With every new season comes a new Uniqlo collection, which means there is a batch of Uniqlo pieces to go through. So with all that being said, let's dive right into it. So first up, I wanted to go over some of the sweaters. I really like the way this one model is wearing the full zip cardigan, and it's a perfect way that you can utilize this as more of a layering piece rather than it being the only thing that you wear. I also don't think you should shy away from the dark brown color. I think that's another great piece. In my opinion, might be a little bit better than the gray because I think most people will gravitate towards the gray color. Feel free to switch things up. I love the way brown and blue look together. They're two great colors that when you add them together, it just looks like you really thought about this outfit. It's just a real simple way to play with colors and create an outfit that isn't so bland and kind of predictable. And again, I wanted to talk about something that could be used as a great layering piece, and that's going to be this merino V-neck vest. When I think of this sweater vest, I put it in the realm of just slightly more dressy than the zipped cardigan. I think the zipped cardigan, you can get away with it being sort of a slightly casual piece, but the V-neck sweater just feels a little bit more proper to me. I guess that's the best way to put it. And navy and black for a sweater vest is really all you need in the fall. Those darker colors are really going to be your best friend. The iconic Swaffle yarn sweater, and I have the Swaffle yarn sweater, and it's been one of those sweaters that every time I wear it in the comment section, people are like, yo, ID on the sweater, where'd you get it? The beige would be something that I would gravitate towards more than anything else. If you want to add just a little bit of color to your outfit, if you want to change things up a bit, it's a staple, but it looks good. Definitely don't shy away from trying the blue either. I think the blue is a real slept on color because that blue or that beige looks amazing. And now that we've covered the sweaters, let's move on to the outerwear because Uniqlo, of course, always nails it on the head with those two. So let's jump into that. This is the knitted full zip jacket, and man, this is probably a 10 out of 10. Not only am I impressed by the silhouette of the jacket, I love the shape, but I'm also impressed by the materials. It is 88% wool, 12% nylon. I mean, most of the material in this is pretty decent. They have some great color options to go with that. I think I would lean towards the dark gray. I think the dark gray, hands down, is the best color you can purchase here. This is that one jacket that it's gonna cover you for the fall. You don't have to worry about buying anything else. The Puff Tech utility jacket. I'm sure you all remember that last year barn jackets were the talk of the town. You really couldn't go anywhere without hearing or reading about them, and that's because they're a solid outerwear piece to have. I think that they look great in the fall. I think the colors, because they're earthy, work great in that environment. When I look at something like this, I'm like, yeah, this feels like the fall to me. And if you are looking to put together an outfit that feels a little bit more layered, especially when you have to deal with the colder months, I think towards the end of the fall, this will be a great thing to have. Fun thing about this knitted jacket, I went into Uniqlo the other day, went into the store, and this one immediately caught my attention. The knit, just that material looked very interesting. I love the texture of it. I was just so impressed with the way that it felt, the way that it looked. It's not like your typical blazer where most blazers are a little bit more form-fitting. They're not as loose, they're not as casual. When I see this jacket, I think to myself, this just looks like something I would throw on, go to the coffee shop in. The knitted jacket is relaxed. If you want to make your outfits just feel a little bit more elevated, if you're tired of putting together these outfits that don't seem or look mature enough, I think adding this knitted blazer is going to be a game changer for you. You could also grab this brushed jersey jacket. This one for me is a little bit more structured. As a matter of fact, the woman that's modeling this jacket, I think has the perfect outfit. I love the way the jeans are cuffed up, the sweater. I really do love the way that they dressed her. This is only available in one color, dark brown, but if I'm being honest, I think the dark brown is really all you need when it comes to the brushed jersey jacket. Later on in this video, when we get to the pants, they actually have the perfect pant to go along with this jacket. So if you wanted to put together a full set, there's also an option to do that. So now we can move on to the pants. So remember when I was telling you we would find the perfect pant to go along with that tweed jacket? Well, here it is. This is the pleated wide pants in the tweeted pattern. As you can already tell, the model has this squared away just perfectly with the tweed jacket. If you ever need to go to an event that calls you to dress up just a little bit more than normal, you have an entire suit for, what was that, $160-ish. Now you really can't beat that. Now when it comes to the jeans section with Uniqlo, I have a little bit of a gripe with them because I don't think they have the best fall or just staple jean in general. I did see these relaxed ankle jeans and I think they look great, but in my opinion, you can never beat a classic straight, run-of-the-mill, just perfectly cut jean. Ankle jeans are great, but they're not a staple jean in my opinion. However, I think the relaxed ankle jean does look good. If you're getting this dark blue color, they could pair really well with either this denim on denim look that you got going on here or just a nice sweater. It makes everything look cropped and tailored. If you did want something that was a little bit more standard, I really do like the J.W. Anderson straight jeans. You could also add some pleated wide pants. These have been a go-to for me, at least. I have the pleated wide pants in gray. I've worn them a ton of times. They're just extremely reliable. You can throw them on with just about anything and they look great. These pleated wide pants I think are a little bit more classic. They're a little bit more classy. I don't think you could ever go wrong with the beige or gray pair. They just look fantastic. So when you're thinking of fall, what do you imagine? Is it the pumpkin spice lattes, apple picking, the cooler weather, the hot chocolates, or do you think about flannels? Because that's what I want to cover here. I really do love the fine lines and the pattern of this specific flannel. There were some other flannels that were available on the site. Another reason why I chose this flannel is because of the fact that it's 100% cotton. Now, when in fast fashion do you ever see great materials, but somehow Uniqlo pulls it off most of the time. You don't have to worry about those synthetic materials holding you down. So this one gets a big green light for me. And if you're looking for a solid flannel, do yourself a favor and pick this one up from Uniqlo. And for the days that you need to dress up, because there are always going to be those days, this broadcloth shirt, which reminds me of your standard Oxford. Realistically, as long as you have any button-up Oxford, I think you're pretty covered. They also do have this other one titled broadcloth shirt. Hairline fabric, this one has that typical Oxford blue color that I like. And then again, another thing that's 100% cotton, they do carry an Oxford slim shirt. If you're looking for your regular Oxford shirt, that's also an option. And then, of course, you need a standard t-shirt, and for that I went for the Aerosim cotton t-shirt. They have all the standard colors. They have the white, the gray, the navy. For $14.90, you really can't go wrong with it. The Aerosim is good, it's breathable, it's a great material, but to me it feels a little bit less like a cotton t-shirt and more like an athletic t-shirt. If you want something that feels a little bit more like a cotton t-shirt, I would recommend that you invest a little bit more money and do the Buck Mason or do the Bronson MFG. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and found some inspiration from it. This was a mixture between Uniqlo's recent drop and also some other pieces that I found in the website that I thought would make sense for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope to see you on the next one.